Hello everyone, Miss Art Garden here. Well, I guess I didn't do my little, my usual little, face here. We'll do this real quick while I set up. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm running a little bit late today because it's probably, I guess I can check here. You'll probably hear some staticky feed on the line today. And that's because people are home and they're running machines and the feedback picks up on my mic for some reason, and I am not technically inclined enough to understand what that is. Yeah, I just unmuted it and you can still hear the staticky feed. So while they're running the appliances, there'll be some staticky feed. We'll just pretend it is the creepy Halloween ghost haunting my mic, I guess. So, hi Lila. Hopefully you are having a good day today. Also, I'm having some usual problems where my thumbnail isn't showing up. I don't know why it's not doing that. I wonder if it will ever show up. But anyways, yeah, I have like a little painting a ghost girl thumbnail that it was showing up in my test, and then now I see that it's not showing up. I mean, it showed up in my test about half the time and then not in half the time. So as usual, it's definitely the the untechnologically sound witching hour for me. Hello Friday, you suck and will crab. I hope that it's going good for you today. You're having a wonderful day. I guess I need to take my headphones off because I can't hear anything anyways. I did put some spooky music for this this video today, so hopefully that's playing too. If there's ever any like creepy, not creepy, too loud music, you can let me know. Well, I'm glad that it showed up for you, Lila, the thumbnail. At least it showed up for someone. Maybe it's my browser or something. Oh, I just refreshed it and then it is showing up in my videos. Nobody is here to watch me suffer through my videos, so I guess I better get started. Yeah, so the Lynetta, I think is how I'm trying to remember to say her name. How to say her name? She suggested that I paint a spooky ghost girls, so that is what I'm going to be doing today. Let me just get my... I've lost my chat already. I like close windows. Hello to the people. Faking crab. I don't know what a faking crab is. Okay, so I'm going to get started here. I guess I need to pull my live stream up. I always like to watch it, make sure like the video doesn't go black or anything. I can't do anything about like listening to the audio because there's a delay and stuff. So you were drawing eyes. Were you drawing eyes of like a specific like human eyes or okay, I'm gonna pick a darkish background color, and I think I'll probably go with like a very dark gray blue. Let's see if this is dark enough. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we will sketch with a lighter color, obviously. Maybe like a red so that I can see it against the eventual blue that I'll do. That's probably pretty good. See no evil, or yeah, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Is that what the emojis are? I'm drinking my tea here. You were drawing furry eyes. Okay. I guess those are kind of like anime style eyes, huh? Okay, so let me see here. I think I'll just draw her head on, like face forward. That'll be nice, and then you can, I don't know. let's give a nice big fill up the image, fill up the screen image kind of look. So we'll draw her nice and big. I think I've drawn this circle a little wonky. It's okay. Happy weekend to you, copyright free. I hope you are having a nice one. It's actually really chilly here. For the first time when I woke up, I was like legit very, very cold. I have to go out first thing in the mornings when it is very, very cold. The hose was frozen this morning, the water hose. And that's a bummer because that means I'm going to have to start filling up buckets of water and taking them out. Filling them up in the utility sink and taking them out, and that's no fun. I guess it'll be a good arm workout. I can get like my ripped arms for the winter. I have to pull out all my winter hats and clothes and stuff. I don't know. It gets very cold where I live. I live up in the mountains. So I don't know if winter's cold for other people out there, but it's very cold where I live. Okay, so I'm going to choose which face side I like best, and I think it's going to be that one. And then I'm going to just do a little cheat here. So does that bring her cheeks out a little too far? Maybe. It's the Emojicon happy hour. I was thinking I should start a Discord and we can chat. Like, for real. I never get to like chat back at people. I just sit here and I talk to myself and hope that everyone can hear me. And that's basically it. So I think it would be fun to get something like a Discord or I don't know, something like that where people could come and chat. I know you can do like groups there or something. I'm not very familiar with Discord. I have one. Technically, I think I've probably given it out before, but I don't really use it much. I don't remember to check it, which is my problem. The same with like Google Hangouts and stuff. And then it'll be like 2 weeks later, I'm like, I should check on that. It's still hot in Texas, even though it's October, but in the morning it's chilly weird. Yeah. Yeah, Texas is pretty far south, I guess. I guess it depends. Texas is huge, so I guess it depends where you live in Texas. But yeah, I would assume it would get somewhat chilly there sometimes. Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of draw in a face here, and I'll hopefully eventually make it a nice spooky looking girl. I didn't really do any, I said last week I was kind of plan for this and think about how I was gonna draw a real spooky, but I think I'm just gonna kind of go in the moment with it, just figure it out as I go along, because I didn't really do much practicing other than, I guess, the little thumbnail I made. Hello, Cherry. Are you having a wonderful day, hopefully? Yeah, I thought we weren't really, I guess we were talking about how cold it was. I always try to think of what we were last talking about. But, yeah, so we'll have, just kind of put in the features of this face. I'm not too particular when I'm going to paint it. I just like to get everything in the place that I want it in. And I'm going to make sure I can see my OBS too. I'm going to move it over here to the side. There we go. Okay, just checking something out. I saw snow in Texas the first time, but not snow. It was kind of like crushed hail. Oh, that's not fair. Yeah, I don't actually get a lot of snow. It's like a desert area where I am. But when it does snow, it's so cold that it never melts. So I just get like, it snows once here and then it'll have that like crusted snow, half melted, half frozen, half melted, half frozen, over and over again until you just kind of like have this sad like ice shield. That's basically what I get. Well, the worst is when you live in like a place where the snow takes a while to melt and you go to like a grocery store parking lot and they've had to like, you know, take, I guess like a, I can't think of the name for those things with the big, huge, giant like push blades on them. Snow blowers, road clearer. I can't think of the name. And they've had to shove it all in like one corner of the parking lot, and it's all muddy and gross and probably like sooty from the exhaust of cars and stuff. And it just stays there for the rest of the year. So like 3 months later, it's half melted, but it's still that gross, yucky brown color. I always think that's kind of gross. As I've said gross like 6 times. I wonder what people will think. I mean, what people think my favorite word is right now. I guess they think it's gross. Okay, so let me just kind of keep going. I haven't really planned what she should look like, but I think it would be fun if I could draw in some lace on her. I always think, for some reason, I think ghosts always wear lace. They're fancy. They like their lace, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of like ghosts in Victorian times, or maybe Victorian times produced more ghosts. Who knows? So maybe I'll shrink her up a little bit here and add some of her neck in so we could see maybe some lace on her collar or something. I mean her, yeah, like a collar, a lace collar. That's what I'm going for. But lace is very hard to draw, so I'll probably do the like cheaty way. Yeah, I'll have to see. Are you a ghost, Mexicano 11? Everyone's a ghost, and everyone's not a ghost. It's a philosophical thing. Okay, so I think I'll probably bring her jaw up because she's looking a little bit like too much like a man. I think when you have the long pronounced jaws, it just lends to a more masculine look, and I'm going to make her a ghost girl, as was the original request. So I might have her hair just something like kind of wispy up here and pulled back loosely. I'm not 100% sure. I probably won't sketch it in too much. Her ears will be here, bottom of the nose up to the top of the eyes, although this one probably needs to go down a little further. And then we'll do the same over here. And I might actually make this background a little bit darker because I think right now maybe it's a little too bright, as weird as that is. So let's turn it down a bit and see how that turns out. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, then her hair will be kind of going off to the sides here. I don't know, it might be kind of cool to have it like loose and flowy too. I'll just kind of mark it in loosely here. So let's see here. Her neck would be coming, if this was her jawline, her neck would be maybe about here and here. She is looking a little bit, I don't know. I'm going to move her up a bit and then try to get some of that neck in. It looks like it's glowing, doesn't it? It's the magic of a dark background with, that's the one nice thing about painting, digital painting, is you can start with like a black background and you don't have to wait for it to dry. I mean, it's not the one nice thing, but if you've ever tried, you've had to paint your canvas black and then build on it. I mean, it's possible to do when it's still wet, but it is so easy to accidentally smear in some black and it just like makes all the colors really sad. Who likes pizza? I think the real question is who doesn't like pizza? I like pizza. I like to make pizza, homemade pizza. Take a quick sip there. I don't usually make the sauce unless I have like a lot of fresh tomatoes or something, but in general I usually like to make the crust, and then I guess that's kind of the end of the things I make. I just chop everything else up. Yeah, there's like I think it's called Jay's signature pizza crust. It's like a recipe I use, and yeah, it makes a good crust. So I think I might even shrink her up a little bit more. Usually I do like a big pronounced face, but I really want to get like a lace look, so I will just we'll try it. We'll try it, and if we hate it, we can always blow it back up again. I want to give her like a look like, her neck's here, and then we'll have some like lace, and we'll see if this works. Sometimes these things end up failure, but we can't be afraid to try, so we'll try something like that, and then it'll probably keep going like this, and I'll be doing my little lace trick later anyways, but we'll see how this works. We'll just put it in right now to remind us kind of how we want it to look. And then I do think, being a ghost, she'll have a lot of hair. I mean, it's implied that her hair's back, but I do think it'd be nice if she had just flowing hair, actually. So I'm changing my mind on having it put up, and I'll give her kind of a hairstyle, I think. So let's erase that, and then we will begin painting. Who likes pineapple pizza? Not me. See, this breaks my heart because I actually do think pineapple on pizza is good. Something about the sweetness of pineapple mixed with the cheese, or if you have like pepperoni or something on it. I think it goes well. Ham is good with it, but of course, you know, it all depends. So, yeah, I guess I'm not really sure on the hair still. We could just have it. I don't know. We'll just put it in like this. Maybe we'll change it when we draw her. Give her like some hair that like goes over her shoulder or something. That's very badly sketched in. I don't know. I'm trying to think how her hair might be. I guess we'll just let's just start painting, and then maybe the hair will shape up as we paint. So I'm going to make this my color layer. My favorite toppings on pizza, besides probably the like pepperoni, is, I'm trying to think. I really like onion. Like I think it's a sad pizza without any onion. Okay, so I'm gonna do blue. I gotta remember this. So I'm gonna do like a dark blue. So let's try. Is that even visible? It is not very visible. Is that? Oh, it's because my eraser. I was like, it's not showing up at all. There we go. Yeah. So pizza without pineapple is kind of a bummer pizza for me. But I mean, I'd eat it. I like black olives. I like bell peppers. What kind of pizza toppings do you like, Mexicano 11? I'm trying to think. I guess I want that to be 100%. So we can get the same color. And I'm actually going to take this darker color that I had going when it wasn't 100% opacity. Yeah, I can't think of... What else do I put on pepperoni? I mean, pizza besides pepperoni and onion and black olives, bell peppers, just like a lot of vegetables. It's kind of weird. I like extra cheese if that's an option. And, oh, you know what's really good? It's not it's kind of like making a bad meal worse. Is stuffed crust pizza. That's always good. I don't know if they do that anymore. It's been so long since I've actually ordered a pizza instead of made my own. But they used to do it back in the day. I'm gonna move around in my squeaky chair. My squeaky chair. They used to do it back in the day where you could order with the crust had like, it was rolled over basically a whole chunk of cheese. Probably just like cheese sticks or something. String cheese sticks. But yeah, it was good. And then you'd pull the crust apart and there'd be cheese in there. Those were the days. I act like, I guess I'll make her so you can see her skin down here too, since probably has somewhat transparent lace over her. Yeah. It would be good to have pizza again sometime. I think I went and visited my sister last time. I went to a place that had pizza, and she took me, she really likes like brewery type places. So she took me to one of those. I'm not sure what color hair to make her. Let's make it like a little more purpley. This is mostly going to be a monotone thing. Do you like cheese stick? I can't tell if that's a joke or if I'm just a weirdo. Yeah, so she, if for people who don't know what a brewery is, I assume it's pretty known. It's like a place where they serve beer and stuff. So she took me to a place like that, and it was okay. I've had better pizza. It had a very, very thin crust, which is probably better for you because, you know, the carbs in the pizza or whatever. But it was so thin that, and there was like no sauce basically. I don't know. It's more like tortilla with cheese, which isn't bad. I guess tortilla probably tasted better than that crust. So that was the last time I had pizza out. But this is riveting stuff. Riveting is the word I think I'm looking for. Riveting might not even be a word, or it might be like revving up an engine. I'm riveting up the engine. That doesn't sound right. Probably not. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I think I've got her going pretty good. We can kind of mark that down so we can kind of keep track of where our colors are now. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's start on shadows and highlights, and this will be kind of interesting. For the highlights, I want to go a little more green, a little more, I don't know. Let's see, I usually struggle with color as it is. I want to turn my opacity down. I'm going to turn my hardness way down. It's because she's kind of ghost-like. So maybe that for highlights, and for shadows, maybe make it a little more purpley like I was going to do with her hair. And that barely shows. Let's make it a little darker. Yeah, so earlier I was talking about Discord server, and I think that would be fun. I've just, people are tired and sick of me saying this every time I live stream, but I really want to get a some kind of plan. I think her eyes were too close together. Let's yeah, let's fix that before I finish, so that they won't throw me off too much later when I'm putting the shadows in. Yeah, I want to get a Discord server so that I can have like people come on and be guests or whatever and come and speak and stuff. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to do challenges if people want to do like art things or something else. So I really need to learn that. Learn it me. You gotta pep talk yourself sometimes. Or is that just me? Sometimes like I don't want to get up or something, and I'm like, all right, you're getting up, you're gonna do it. It's happening. It's hard sometimes to motivate yourself, especially for during certain things like working out, and sometimes I don't even want to like, I don't know, doing laundry. I've probably said this before. I have the most interesting topics. I really do. I don't know. I read the news and I read history and I read all this stuff, and then when it comes time to topics, I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know. I talk about the weather a lot. I haven't seen any movies. Actually, that's a lie. What movie did I watch recently? I can't even remember it now. This is terrible memory. The chat has gone so quiet. Everyone's just thinking about pizza. Everyone's dreaming about the days of pizza. You just saw Venom with your friends, and one thing bothers me. Why did it get a rating of 4 out of 10? I have watched one like spoiler-free review because I don't want it spoiled, so no spoilers. But the person went into depth about how it's probably not a good movie for like mainstream, I guess. That's kind of a word that's thrown out a lot, but basically people who are like casual moviegoers and stuff, which is kind of a shame because I really like Tom Hardy. So did you like it, The Thunder Sword? Is that what you're saying? You think it was a really good movie and deserved a lot more praise than it's getting? I'm trying to put some highlights on her nose. I'm just going to kind of do this stuff and then probably get rid of the sketch, which always throws me off after a while. Like her mouth is probably a little too far down. I think it's starting to take shape though. Yeah, I think I might want to see it. I never really see things in theaters. I'm a sad and lonely person. I have no friends out here. So I just wait till they come on DVD and watch them on my own. But not that you can't go to the movies by yourself. Some of it's just like the cost and stuff. But I think I will check it out. I do like Tom Hardy. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a silly, that's what I heard, it's like a silly kind of 80s movie where they didn't really take themselves real serious, but that's part of the fun of it. And I think that sounds like a good movie to me. I don't really know much about Venom himself, other than I think he... symbiote is the word that's been getting thrown around. I don't know that scientific definition. What is a symbiote? Is that like a parasitic thing that needs a host? It might be. But I think he he did something where he was a symbiote to Spider-Man. Is that the story? And then he became, I don't know, he was a symbiote to Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man was always his like perfect host or something, and now he's eating people. I wish I knew more about the character. I should read the wiki at least. It was amazing. At one point, I and my friend started talking the same thing Venom did. That part was at the end of the second trailer. Taking a quick drink. Well, I'm glad that you liked it. That sounds really fun. Did you think the actors did a good performance? Because that's my... I like, I don't know. I always like when they put a good performance in, I guess. Who doesn't? Yeah, so we're gonna get her kind of shaped in there. I'm gonna put that in to remind me. I know that's kind of like a hammer onto the thing. Okay, there we go. Hammer onto the thing. It makes sense in my head, and then I speak, and it makes no sense at all. It's kind of interesting working in like monochrome. I feel like I don't have to worry so much about getting the colors just right. I guess theoretically later I could, I don't know, do some stuff. Tom Hardy was the perfect Eddie Brock. That's cool to hear, because I don't know. I really liked him in The Revenant and the Mad Max one. I think he does a good job kind of like becoming... Oh, and I actually liked him as Bane, even though maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I thought he did a good job. So I'm looking forward to his performance. I don't even know who else is in it. I feel so underprepared. But, yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. I do like unconventional. To be honest, I'm kind of getting maybe fatigued of some of these superhero movies. Is it like total blasphemy to say that I wasn't super impressed with the Avengers? That's probably terrible. I actually had watched the Justice League by accident. It came in the Netflix mail. Sorry, I'm just taking a quick drink. And I was not really interested in that movie, but I had it on DVD, so I was like, alright, I'll watch it. And I thought I had a better viewing experience with that than the Avengers Infinity War. Everyone's gonna hate me for saying that, I'm sure. I don't know what it was about the Avengers Infinity War. There were certain plot elements that I thought happened for the sake of the plot rather than, you know, were integrated in the story. And I think it bothered me a little bit. I don't want to give spoilers away, but it takes part with the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, at least some of them. And that was kind of a... I guess it was just... It's not like it ruined the movie, but it was kind of one of those bummer things. If you go see it, stay through the whole thing, post-credit things. Oh, okay. Well, that's always fun, like a little Easter egg post-credit thing. And take another sip. I'm chugging my tea down. Yeah. So, I wonder if that staticky noise is still going. I don't know if they're still running the washer or not. That's what usually causes the problem. So it creates like this horribly... I don't know, this is why I have such a hard time finding times to record at my house too. Woe is me. I'm going into the liquefy to work on her chin. So there'll be some... it'll just be a moment on the screen there. That's the word, where it's not going to change and then it'll change suddenly. So I'll give you a little heads up. Let's take a look here and see what this looks like. Oh, yeah, I guess that's okay. And I just need to work it in now a little bit. So I'll take this, kind of reshape that the way I want it, and then we'll give her a shadow under her chin a little bit too. Right now she's looking a little like a blue ice queen. I might have to work that out a bit. So what is everyone's that's always a good sign when there's a pause. I go, and then I have a question. I'm a terrible host. I'm a terrible host, guys. But what is everyone's favorite superhero movie? I'm just curious. I think there's some spot back there that let's fill it in. Because I think I missed some. Let me see here. Yep, I missed quite a bit. Alright, let's get some filled in there. Superhero movie. I've probably answered this question, so maybe this is a terrible topic. But, I liked the first Iron Man, and I liked Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I think those two are probably my favorite. I really like plenty of them. I mean, it's not like I don't really enjoy them. Where was that section? Why? That's just barely showing up. What has happened here? Okay. Well, as long as it looks right. I can add a little under here so it'll show up better for... let me take a look here and see what it's at now. I want to add these in later so when I'm using clipping masks it'll look normal. Because right now if I use a clipping mask and I do anything and this let me pick like a red color so I can circle it. If I do anything in these areas that like are transparent, it won't look it just won't look right. So I'm going to take this with the transparency and then I'm going to just fill these in real quick, and it shouldn't change too much of the actual image, but let's get these filled in. So we have, I just kind of did a bad job painting it in to begin with. We are Venom. Venom are we. Is it? I really hope the twist. I'm gonna guess the twist. You don't tell me if I'm like right or wrong or spoil it for anyone. I hope the twist is at the very end. It turns out that Deadpool shows up, and he is I don't know. He's joined up with Venom, and they're just being crazy. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool team. Ryan Reynolds and Tom Hardy being crazy. I haven't actually seen Deadpool 2, so I don't know. I'm so behind in the times, everyone. I'm so behind. That's why I could never do a like movie review channel or anything. I'm always super behind. Like a movie will come out and then I'll see all this stuff about it. Oops, I want to turn my opacity down. And then like I'll avoid it because I don't want to ruin it for myself. And then I'll finally see the movie just in time for a new movie to be what everyone's talking about. Nobody cares about that movie. It's the way of it. Like when I saw Justice League, I had heard everyone hated it, and then I saw it and I was like, yeah, I thought that was okay. I didn't actually think it was that bad, but nobody cared anymore. Nobody was talking about Justice League anymore. Everyone burned themselves out. Part of that is like the purge of the internet right after like a movie comes out. The internet just, especially YouTube, just fills up, oversaturates with everyone doing a talk about it and stuff. I guess I'll go into liquefy because one chin is down pretty significantly more than the other. I mean, in the comics, Deadpool did bond with Venom symbiote. Is that true? That's funny. Did he get like traumatized by being bonded to Deadpool? I think everyone would. I wonder if he picked up his insane mind. I think that would be... Does he have a craving for chimichangas afterwards? Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna flip it. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, let's make a few more little adjustments while we're at it. Before we put in some defining features. Get this going here. Totally lost her neck. That's okay. I think that's good. I think that's better. And then I'll flip it again, see how it looks from the other side. I think that's good enough. Let's move on. Just looking at it here. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Let's start detailing in some of these features a little bit more so she'll look a little more properly spooky. I don't actually want to zoom in. Sorry if I'm making people sick zooming in and out and in and out. Okay, so I'm going to go to color dodge and I'm going to just throw in some highlighty looks because I do want her to basically be glowing by the end. So we'll give her a nice highlight there, down her nose, a little bit to the side. I'm not even really sure where the light source is coming from. Probably just like straight in front of her would be best for this. Yeah, that's probably good. So we'll get those going. Now her look, she's a little more 3D. Throw some on her neck over here, and then like where this collarbone, I was just kind of placing that in. That'll be good, and then we'll have to blend in that shoulder line that I've got. We'll get her shoulders a little bit of a glow too, and then I think that's good to start with. Yeah, we'll just throw a little bit here. I might move these eyes though, so I don't want to go too crazy, but there's always like a little glow at the corner of the eyes. I want to get that in. Okay, so I have that part. Now let's go to the shadows. I'm actually going to use black, even though you should never use black. It did take Deadpool craziness, and that's why the Venom symbiote is kind of crazy. Oh, is that really the actual origin? That's crazy. That's so cool. No, we all know. You must be very in the know. Do you read the actual comics? I used to get them free, like the digital ones, like some of the old ones and stuff, free on my iPod, but I don't think I get those anymore. It's like some kind of special deal that I don't I don't remember what that app was called, but I don't really read too many now, unfortunately. It costs money, but I think yeah, I think it's always cool when someone does read them. The Bond to Spider-Man then went back to Eddie Brock. Oh, then Bond to Spider-Man, then went back to Eddie Brock. Okay, so Deadpool was actually before Spider-Man then. Very interesting. I haven't even seen the Spider-Man 3 one. Is that with Tobey Maguire? I haven't even seen that. I didn't draw her lips in, I just realized. So let's get... I don't want to go too light on these. Let's go and just put them in here. I got took too much color off. There we go. Got to get some kind of pigment down. So that'll be the bottom, and this will be the top. And I don't know why I drew them lighter. they should be darker. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's draw them in a little bit darker, and I can just change that later. And then draw this up to here, and then she'll look a little bit better with a mouth. I mean, okay, so you said yep. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen the infamous Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, where I guess wasn't well received. And I know that had the original, or not the original, but that had like a first attempt at at Venom. Spider-Man 3, that version of Venom is bad. It is the Spider-Man suit but painted in black. I thought it was kind of the black, the suit was kind of like a black Spider-Man thing. I'll have to look at it next time. Maybe he just stole elements because he was like, I want brand recognition without putting the work in. That seems like something a villain would do, right? Yeah, okay, so her lips are a little crooked. But at least we have some in now. So I think I am going to move her eyes down. I gotta like sit and I gotta contemplate and I gotta think what changes must be made. So I'm gonna select it, feather it about 15, not 156, thank you. 15 going down a little bit. And I think that'll change her face quite a lot. I want her to look youthful. think I'll go... I've shrunk her up. That's my phone. I don't know if that was audible. But it beeped. It would beep beep beep. Did anyone get that, like, everyone was supposed to get a text from the White House? I didn't get that text. I saw it in the news. It was supposed to come at like 10 or something a couple days ago now. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I'll get that text, and I did not. I was wondering if anyone else got that. My sister said she did not. Her boyfriend did. So, I don't actually think I'm not going to move it down that way. I'm going to move it a different way. Gotta make all these little edits. Let me see here if I can... I want to bring this cheek down without bringing the chin down too much, if that makes sense. So I want to give her kind of like a full-jawed look. I think that's good. We can just work the rest in with the brush like this, so that's a little more rounded off. Okay, she's looking a little spooky. Hopefully she's visible on YouTube. Every time I look down at the little box, she looks actually much lighter than on my own screen, and I'm not sure why, like on my Photoshop screen. So, that's why I'm kind of keeping it darker. Hello! Renzi, is that how you say your name? Okay. Are you having a good day? It looks like you changed your profile pic. Was that new? Okay, I'm gonna do a new hair layer too. So it might look kind of... it looks good. I like your new profile pic. Might look kind of strange without the eyebrows. What is it with me and eyebrows? One of these days I'm gonna draw a comic and no one will have eyebrows, and then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think that's good. You got it? That's cool. I like it. I can't... It's such a tiny little dot for me. It's a character with green hair. I'll have to look at it bigger when I get the chance. You don't know how to make a comic? It's... yeah, it's a long process, but I'm sure it's I don't know. If you want to make one, you should go for it. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm doing her hair still right now. I just have randomly put in, maybe I'll have it go. It's actually kind of shaping up, so it's coming over the skin over here, so maybe I'll do something where it comes down a little bit like that. Why not? And then if it's coming down on that side, maybe we'll put a little bit over on this side too. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've been really uninspired with painting hair lately. I don't know what it is. So maybe actually I should probably... no, I'll do it I'll do it how I want. I was gonna do it a different way, but who cares? We can do it how we want. That's the beauty of the power of having control in your artwork. There we go. Something like that. I think that's good for the hair start. I really don't know what I'm doing over here with this hair. It'll need to come in like some kind of wave right now. Right now it's looking a little bit weird. Well, I'll come back to it. Let's start. I want to kind of start defining her eyes, because I think for a spooky girl, we want her to have very spooky eyes. So let's make this a little bit darker. So if you're still here, Renzi, what kind of comic would you make if you could make a comic? I'm currently working on a Halloween one. Like a science fair kind of one. I don't know how to describe it. And then my space comic, which never gets any work done on it. Poor space comic. R.I.P. it. It's one of those things like, I start all these things and then I never finish them, and then they sit in like production forever and they never get done. I'm sure other people go through that, this procrastinating kind of, I I don't know, procrastinating, like limbo? Limbo's the word. That's the word. I figured it. I don't know what it is. I'm terrible at picking words. That's why I can't write. If I have to like write something and I'm like, I want a very specific word. And sometimes I can kind of think like in my head sort of how it sounds, but I can't for the life of me think of the word. I wonder if that's normal. Probably not. I never promised that I was normal. Nobody's ever normal though. What is the norm? The norm is a collective unnormality. That's definitely something. So let's kind of get her eyes in here a little bit. And so how was my day? It's been going pretty good. It was very cold this morning, as I talked about, and I'm not ready for the cold. It's hard on your hands when you have to work in the cold. My skin gets really chapped. But besides that, I had my usual fun technical difficulties of trying to get my thing to run without the extra static from the appliances. Man, that's all complaining stuff. I had a pretty good day. I hung out with my dog. I hung out with my other pets. And I got a little bit of work done on my comic. How was your day? How was everyone's day? Is everyone having a good day? Hopefully it's a nice Saturday for people. I'm trying to fix that eye a little bit. Oops. I don't have my usual trick. I gotta duplicate my layer, create a clipping mask, and then I can transform that without worrying. Your day has been great. That is really great to hear. Did you do anything special, or are you just having a relaxing day? It's always nice to have those kind of, like, don't have to do anything, relaxing kind of days. Of course, it's nice to do fun things too. Hang out with friends, go see movies, go out to eat, catch up with your family. Who knows? Whatever makes you happy. You're just having a relaxing day. Those are very good days. I didn't think about her eye color. I wonder what her... I think I'm gonna make the eyes actually a little bit blue. I know that's kind of weird. It's monochromatic. But I thought about just leaving them, you know, like in the creepy ghost state. But I do think it would be nice. I can always paint over them if I don't like it. I do think it'd be nice to add some actual, you want her to have yellow eyes? Wouldn't she look very mystique then? Let's try it. Why not? Let's see how we like it. I might go with blue because I'm very unoriginal, but I do want to try the yellow eyes. So let's get these in. These eyes are terrible. I gotta think there's something. I think they're a little misshapen. Let's work on the shape of them now that we've kind of got them in here. So I want them to actually go up a little bit like that. And what about this one as well? Let's feather it and put this up a little bit too. And let's give her the yellow eyes. Let's see what she looks like with yellow eyes. It might look really cool. We'll leave them for now, and if I decide to change them later, we can. That does look very, very creepy. Maybe we'll do something like that. Let's zoom out and take a look. I'm just thinking. They look okay. I think we'll leave them for that, like that for now, and see if we go with them. Okay, so I'm gonna get some more details in and try to fix up the shapes of these eyes before I move on. This shape down here has got a little bit wonky, so we'll fix that up. Get that in like this, and yeah, something like that. Like that. She's got a little more shapely to the eyes now. This one needs to come in a little bit. She doesn't have like traditional normal eyes, but I mean like shape-wise. But I think that's good. So let's work on, I'm going to get some more things. I'm going to turn my hardness up a little bit. I was afraid to commit to that with the ghostliness, but I think she's looking a little too airbrushy, if that makes sense. So we'll do some shadows under her eyes here. She should have a glow to her eyes. Yeah, when I finish them off, maybe I do kind of like the yellow. I think I'll keep the yellow. It's kind of poltergeisty. Take a quick drink. Once I've detailed them in, I'll go to the color dodge. I'll show you real quick. And we can go in and give her, you know, like those kind of glowing eyes. But I want to work in the details first, because that's kind of like a bell you can't unring. A destructive edit, maybe would be the technical term. So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. We'll have nice creepy glowing eyes. Oops. And maybe I'll add even like a little bit of like yellow around with the overlay brush mode. Give her kind of like this, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Give her, because I was going to go real monochrome, and now I've had a taste for a little bit of color. So yeah, so we're going to have her eyes, maybe make them dark in here. Let's just add the shadow while we're over here. Let me turn my hardness all the way down. Just add that shadow where I know her eyes are going to be glowing, but I think it'll look weird if we don't add a little bit of shadow under the lids as it is. So get that shadow in there. And then we'll want a shadow over the corner of her eyes, and we'll want a nice dark shadow here. I am using that black again. I think it works okay. This would work horribly if she was peach skinned, but I think it works okay like this. So then let's get her nose details while we're here, because no, I want the nose to look nice too. So let's get some nostrils shaped in here, and something like this. Yeah, I think that looks like a nice shape. I'll have to erase that a little bit there. I'm always I make my noses very similar. I'm aware of it. I should challenge myself some more. So let's get her some shadow around here. I might have made her nose a little wider than I meant. It doesn't matter. She could have a wide nose. There's no set to how people have to look. Give her a wide nose. Give her some highlighted areas here. And then we'll give her... She's turning into a little bit of a hawkish nose looking lady. Okay, so then let's add a little bit of darkness down here. Let's add a little bit of saturation. Right now she's got a little bit too desaturated. I always like to add a little saturation around the eye area here and down here along the nose. Give this shadow a little bit more of a blue color. And then this one under here. A little bit more of a blue color. I think that looks better. We can add some to her lips too. Give her lips a little more. As weird as it is. I say give her a little more color. Take a little drink there. And then let's keep working. Let's keep working. I want to get this nicely defined. I want just like a little tiny crease here and here that's just kind of disappearing. Should I draw some lines under her eyes like this? I think that might add to like the spooky look. I'll just kind of work that in. Make her so she's a little bit... I might do later, I might just go with the overlay. I don't want to lose that little highlight I had going there. Let's re-add it in before I forget. I might go in later with the overlay tool and add some smudges under her eyes, like, you know, like raccoon kind of looks. I think that might be kind of cool, but for now that worked out pretty good. Then I want to blend that in a little bit, and then did I lose this already? I don't want to lose the highlight. This has a highlight area too that I've kind of lost that goes up to the corner of the eyes. That's one thing I've noticed when you want your eye color to look, your eyes to really stick out. You want to get those little shines in the corner of the eyes. Let me zoom out and take a look here. She definitely looks kind of unhappy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work a little bit on her face now. I always like to kind of, I know people probably think I jump around or like have ADD or something, which it's not like it's not a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility I might, But I always like to kind of jump around because then I don't like fixate and do the eyes all at once and then come like you are blind to the mistakes you're making as you make them. They become usually more noticeable later on. So her face shape still doesn't quite match. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of liquify magic before I continue, before I'm happy. Filter, liquify. Yeah. It won't show up on screen. I think Photoshop and OBS don't like each other. I think Photoshop and Mac and OBS do not like each other. I gotta get that shape in just how I like it. Something like this maybe. That's a little better. Maybe a little bit more. The liquify tool is kind of one of those crutches. I can't give up. I need it. I need it to help me fix everything I do wrong. If only we had more tools like the liquify tool in real life. Okay, that's a little bit more shaped. Okay. So let's get this blended in a little bit more, and then bring this in here. And then I actually want, this is all really dark, I want to go over it with that to bring it so it's a little more blended and it's not quite so creepy dark. I think that looks good. I'm going to move her nose up just a touch and then move her lips up just a touch. So feather 15, move her nose up just a little tiny bit, and then select this, feather 15, and move it up just a little bit. I wonder if anyone's dressing up for Halloween this year. I don't think there's ever been a year that I haven't dressed up for Halloween, but this year I'm not 100% certain I'm gonna do it, just because I live where there's no trick-or-treaters, and I don't know, there wouldn't be anyone to like hang out with in my costume, so it seems a little bit sad, but maybe it's the year that I won't dress up. Maybe I'll do something like just wear like a mask or a hat or something. But yeah, I wonder what anyone else is dressing up as, if anyone has their costume planned. Back when I was in school, I'd usually try to plan it out way ahead of time. I remember one year I think it was just gonna be a witch, something easy, because on actual Halloween day I was in the band and I played the trumpet, and we had to go do like, I don't know, some kind of regionals performance thing on Halloween. And so I wore a dress, and it was it wasn't like sleeveless. I don't think that was allowed. But they did give you some leeway on Halloween, so it had maybe like a little bit thinner straps than usual. The point is, it wasn't a very warm dress. And then I had like long gloves that would go up to like, you know, past your elbows and stuff. But I had to change into that on the bus, and it was a really cold day. Like when I drove to school that day, I had to like chisel through ice on my windshield, that kind of cold. So it was not a great costume to pick. And then I had to change on the bus on the way back from the performance, and my friends took turns holding up like a curtain for us to change. We did like a soccer change, which, if you don't know, that means that you like change, undo your clothes. It's not an easy thing. So yeah, I used to be kind of dedicated to wearing costumes. I wore that, and I had a witch's hat, and I had these boots that were so horribly uncomfortable, and my high school was on a hill that was very tall and very miserable to walk in those high boots. Yeah, but I don't know what if I'll be doing a Halloween costume this year. Maybe I can come up with something like easy and fun. I don't post like selfies or anything usually. I don't have any social media networks. I am the most boring person in the world. What's wrong with me? But maybe I'll dress up and I'll just send a picture to my sister. That seems like something I could do. Yeah. I think... Okay. I think I've really messed up her lips down here. I think they need a little bit of attention, a little bit of love, a little bit of fixing. So I'm going to add a shadow right under that nose. I'm going to move these, and I'm just going to get rid of these actually, because they are not in the right spot at all. They need to be in a little bit more. Bring that nose color down a little bit here. And we want, you say do it. I wonder what would be an easy costume idea that I don't have to. I could make some fake blood and find some ratty clothes, I guess, and just throw it around. The problem with fake blood is it's so sticky. You can't like sit. If you don't know how to make fake blood, it's corn syrup, which is basically like a liquid syrup sugar. You add that and food dye and a little bit of cocoa powder or whatever. And it is very sticky and it stains the skin. I'm just a funny duddy who wants to be. I'm so boring, I don't know. But it would be an easy costume to do, but might be kind of annoying to wear. Maybe I could crochet myself something. I probably have time. I could crochet just like a fun hat to wear. Like a Joker's hat. Or, I don't know. I just don't know. So indecisive. I want somewhat giving her some like droopy cheeks by going all the way down to where her lips are for the cheek area, but I don't actually think I like that. Maybe I'll bring them up a little bit here so she won't have such droopy cheeks, and then I'll work that color in. She'll need a shadow right between the like, and then maybe like a little dimple area over here where you can see. Trying to think of like making her spooky and dead-like without being like super creepy, I guess. Hi, Coruscant? Is that how you say it? I always forget. She definitely looks spooky. I came onto your live stream. I didn't see one from you yesterday. 2 days ago it said that you're scheduled, and I went on and waited for like an hour, but I think my thing got the wrong time because I didn't see you. But I'm glad to see you. I was wondering if you've been doing live streams or not. If anyone doesn't know, she does like live streams where she doodles, and they're really fun. So you should definitely check it out. I always like to plug people. So let's see. I think her nose shape maybe needs to come in just a touch so that it's not so wide at the area there. I'm going to bring it out at the T-square, and then I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow? I always want to say shadow. What's wrong with me? Yeah, so we'll put the shadow there, then we'll bring that in. I mean the highlight. And we'll put a little highlight here too. Is that weird that there's a little bit of highlight in between the shadows? And then I have to expand that a bit. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I was going to do her lips, then I got thoroughly distracted as always. I'm going to do a little bit of shadow first, and then we'll go do her lips. Okay, so I actually wanted her lips just like a touch open, so I might just kind of get some shadowy look in there. Something like that. Oh, I think it must have been a bug. I didn't mean to schedule one 2 days ago. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a week from yesterday. Or a week from, yeah, yesterday was Friday. And it said that you were scheduled to come on 9 a.m. my time, and I think I waited till probably about 9:50, and then I just had it on like on my computer while I was doing stuff. And then I had to go, and I was like, oh, I guess I don't know if that means that I did something wrong or it's just YouTube is acting silly, but I'll definitely try to check out your next one because it is fun. It's always nice. And then I can learn what an Austrian accent sounds like. I don't know accents very well. I like to learn them. I think there was a Wired video I saw where a guy was breaking down accents, and he talked about all the muscles in the mouth and stuff. I think I've literally told this story on another live stream. I am the most boring person. I was watching The Wired. Have you ever seen The Wired autocomplete things? I was like, they're like 5 minutes long. I saw one. I don't remember the first one I saw. And I was like, well, that's pretty funny. They're like celebrities that come on and they have like a board, and they have like this the Google search at the top, and then as you peel, it says like, I'm trying to think of one that I watched. I can't think of it. Oh, I watched one with Chris Evans and some like young child actor. I didn't know her name, but she probably was only like 10 or 12 or something. And so it would be like Chris Evans is, and you'd like pull it off, and there'd be like a horribly grammatical sentence there that doesn't make any sense. So that was, and I was watching like a couple of those, and I was like, all right, I'll just watch one more, because they're like, they're 5 minutes long, and that's the trap, isn't it? So then, like, you know, you watch 5 of them, and you realize you've wasted like your whole day. I watched quite a few last night. For shame, for shame. I didn't get any sleep. That's the problem with Saturdays, is you never have to get up early, so then you don't. You stay up really late, except I do have to get up early. I don't know. I'm terrible. I haven't gotten the memo yet. I'm not a very responsible person at all. It's terrible. I mean, I do what I need to do for my responsibilities, but to myself. I'm not responsible to myself. Okay, I'm just gonna sort of put those in. Why don't I ever remember to finish the lips? Why do I get so distracted? Why do you do this, Desiree? I mean, Miss Art Garden, or whatever your name is. I've told people my name. Chris Evans sounds like a familiar name. The rest I have no clue about. It's called Wired. Yeah, I think there's a magazine called Wired, or back in the day when there were paper magazines that might have carried over. Chris Evans is the actor who played Captain America, and he was in Fantastic Four, the original sort of Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, and he was Johnny Storm, and he was in Snowpiercer, I think. So yeah, he's an actor. Basically, it was just like, I don't know. he was, the funny one I saw was with the cast of Stranger Things, which is a show on Netflix. And I had the guy, I could just call him Hair, I'm terrible. I think his name is Steve in the show, and I don't know his name in real life. And it had one of the kids there, and it was the kid with like the dysplasia at the mouth, the one with curly hair. His name might be Dustin in the show. And I think one of the questions was like, you know, they asked the actor, the older actor guy, they asked, is he pregnant? That was just like one of the top Google searches, and it's probably connected to like a meme or something, but it was so funny. The kid like fell off his chair laughing, and I was like, yeah, I like that. I dig that. It's funny. So let's get some like highlights in her. Just kind of messily put them in. Doesn't really matter with lips. Get some of these going. Get a few up here. And then we'll do some of the shadows while we're at it. Paint these in. Oh, judging by your YouTube channel, it seems like you're a hard-working person to me. You always keep drawing coming every week. Yeah, I feel like I really do want to like connect more with like YouTube people. I think like I said, I'm kind of like a loser. I don't have any friends out here. So I don't really get my socialization fill where I've had to move to. And I think it would be fun to find kind of like a community online where I could do more stuff. I have some older friends from, you know, I really lost all touch with my friends from college, but I had some friends from high school for a while I was keeping in touch with. And they all just kind of moved on. We all move on with our lives. So I don't really have many people to like socialize with. So I've been trying, like thinking more of like how I could get more stuff going, which is why I usually do these live streams, which is why I think it would be really cool to get a Discord up, but I have not done so yet. Let's get that going. Let's get that shaded. And I want to do some under here. I don't want to forget there's usually a shadow under your lips too. That does sound funny. Yeah, he like literally fell out of his chair and he was laughing. He was so joyous. Something about watching someone just lose it like that, laughing so hard, really puts a smile on your face. Yeah. I wonder if Stranger Things is coming out now that Halloween's coming up. It usually does come out. I know everyone, I don't know. I should look it up. Everyone's always more informed about these kind of things than me. I think I overdid it on her highlights, on her lips. Let's work those in a little bit. First of all, I want to give her some colors. I'm going to go to overlay and get that color going. So I'll give her a little bit of the lip color here. I think that's good. While I'm at it, I actually want to give her like a blush look. I think that looks okay, except I don't want it to be quite that saturated. I mean that opaque, I guess is the word. Maybe opaque. And then let's go out here, ignoring her shoulders. Let's give her shoulders a little color, maybe a little on her neck. I think that looks good. Let me see here. I think her lips are a little small. I think I will fix them before I move on. I feel like I read that Stranger Things got delayed or something. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a fun show for Halloween. I'll have to watch something else. I think, I'm trying to remember if I have any other spooky shows that I watch. Oh, there's a show called iZombie. And when it comes on Netflix, I watch it. But I don't know if it'll be coming on for... Maybe the new season's already on. I don't know. That's kind of a... It's a silly... I don't know what channel. NBC, maybe? And she's like a zombie and she works in the morgue. It's a little bit silly. I think it's based on a graphic novel. I like that show for Halloween times. I don't know. Do you guys watch any shows for Halloween? Or any movies that every Halloween you watch? Like Freddy Krueger or something? Hi Diana. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day. I just realized your name is Diana. You're like Wonder Woman. Are you your own Wonder Woman? Okay, so I've gone way over here with the wrinkles and stuff, so I gotta tone it in. I gotta get it worked in. So I'll get a blend going here. Oh, am I still in overlay? That's why it's not working. I was like, the more I put down, the more it looks like it's not working. So I'm gonna bring that out a little bit. And up here too. So I'm gonna need a little more shadows over here, a little more over here. It's not that I don't want those shadows. Let me work in these highlights that I got going over here. Let's get a little bit under her chin too, like that. That looks a little better. Maybe a little up here too, just kind of match that shadow in. If I put it down there, I gotta move it up. Get it all matchy-matchy. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm gonna blend this in and blend this down. And yeah. Yeah. I stutter. I don't know what's going on. Let's get some more. I've lost that nice highlighty look. Let's get a little bit more going here and here and here. Just give her like a little bit of a ghostly look. Something like that maybe. That looks pretty good. And then maybe a little highlighty look here. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna do like a certain light source. I don't know. Okay, so now we've got her lips are a little bit more done. I'm gonna go to the liquify tool and do my usual thing. I was gonna have them open a bit. I've kind of messed that up, so I might come back and rework them, but I think I'll probably move on just for now. Just concentrating on moving that lip over a little bit. Let's take a look and see if that looks better. I think that's a little more even. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Add a shadow down here so it looks a little more normal. Okay, so let's work on her hair a bit because I've been ignoring her hair a lot. Oh, I guess that needs to be a clipping mask. Oops, wrong one. There we go. She a specific spooky girl? No, not really. I was just gonna do like a ghost, and Renzi suggested the yellow eyes, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So she kind of turned into a yellow-eyed I don't know, creepy ghost. Take another drink. I think what I'm going to do is just make the lips overall a little bit bigger so that they go up a little bit. So I'm going to select them, feather them, and then just bring them up like that. And then I don't want them to go too high up, so I'll nudge them down. And then I think to give her that opened mouth look, I'll just draw in like a little bit of a highlight there and a little bit down here. So it looks like that's open now, and then I have to fill it in with black. Yep, I don't know if that really if that really helped. It's okay. Yeah, so let's go and do her hair like I said. Giving her kind of the purple hair look. Give her this. Give her some strands. She's got some already. Let's give her some more. Am I erasing? Yeah, that's what I was like, why is it? Got it. It's okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna do it like this. Give her, I never really figured out her hair. I should have styled it something fancy, but I didn't. That's okay. We'll just kind of go through it here. Let's give her, actually let's turn my opacity up for the hair and turn my hardness up a little bit. And then I'll turn my brush size down, and then I can get some like more purposeful strands going. Probably eventually have a few. You like the yellow eyes? I think they're gonna glow by the end, but I wanted to get some more detailing in before I committed to that. I think I'll probably just put her hair over her ears because I'm lazy. There's no good reason. I'm just lazy. Give her some I guess it's turning a little bit wavy. It could be kind of straggly because right now I haven't really committed to it, so it's ending up a little straggly, I think is the word. We can do that so it's like messy, unkempt. I think that looks nice. Let's turn my opacity back down a little bit now and my hardness down. Let's add a few bluish ones, kind of match in with her skin tone a little better. The ones in the back usually are blurrier than the ones in the front, so I'm gonna kind of add more of these like defined strands in the front. It's my tip of the day if you want your hair. It's called depth of field. Great. How to draw ears. Just draw a lot of hair. That is exactly it. I am so lazy when it comes to ears. Like, I always forget eyebrows, but it's not like I don't like drawing eyebrows, but ears, I don't know. I should just do like a study one day on ears, and maybe I'll learn to appreciate them more. It's not that I haven't, but yeah, so yeah, I lose my track of thought, and then I go, yeah, so, and then there's a pause, and then I go, yeah. It's very common. It is painful, like, if you listen back to your own live streams, I find it painful. I find it a little bit like, what are you doing, girl? I should learn to speak, be more articulate. But let's get like a strand coming down here a little bit. I think that would go well. And then I had this mess of hair where I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. Let's add a little bit of a shadowy look at the edges there. And then I guess we'll add one down the middle so it's not so random. Okay, so I'm happy with that. The way I learned to draw, the way I learned to like drawing ears is by starting to draw elf ears instead of normal ears. Well, that's the way of doing it. That's one way of doing it. I definitely like elf ears are fun and pointy. One of my characters that I just call Q, he has like, I tried to make him like goat ears, and they're really fun to draw. And I mean, he's an alien, so it's not like total goat ears, but yeah. It's a good idea. Always learn to draw ears by drawing like fantasy or alien or animal or whatever. I definitely dig that. So I'm just trying to blend in all those little strands I made because I do want it to look straggly, but I don't want it to look like you can see the hard edges on the ends of the strands. So we'll just blend that in just a touch, and then I'll add some black areas so it'll really make it look like her hair is coming in. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then maybe a little bit here. Yeah. I'm just checking on something real quick here. Okay, I think it's working out okay. So then let's give her some highlighty looks too to her hair. And yeah, we'll go back to the purple for the highlights. I think it'll look nice. We'll give it a few like strategic strands of highlights, so they're not going to go all over the hair, kind of go in a bow, a bowl. I never listen back to my streams. I do so that I can learn from like what not to do. My streams always have some issues. There's like these black twitchy boxes. I don't know what's up with them. I need to post a Reddit thread asking masters to teach me their ways. I don't know how to get rid of those. And I want to learn how to add like other streaming things. I think I just overdid it with the purple, but that's okay. I'll blend it in. Yep, lost track of thought. Lost my track of thought, I mean. I already forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna get a maybe not that blue. I need to pick up a blue color here and work it into something like that. Yeah, what was my track of thought? I think I was just talking about my streams. They're a work in progress. I was hoping to do like, I don't know, like a trade-off or something with like, I don't know. I guess I should give her some matching eyebrows. So their eyebrows are like black right now, but they should be kind of purple and blue. So let's work that color in while I'm over here. Let's get a little more purpley color here. And give those strands a few little strands. Those strands, a few little strands. Perfectly articulated. I don't know why I think I can't talk. Okay, so let's get a few strands here, here. So I want to go a little bit crazy here. Usually I'm very careful not to overdo it with the extra strands, as I call them, the little stray hair strands. But I think it'd be good because I'm making her look really spooky if she has quite a few extra ones, like hair that's going all over the place. And let's give her some over her face too, like that. I think that looks good. I don't know how much detail is coming off on the YouTube video. Okay, so let's work on her neck a little bit. I've been kind of ignoring her shoulders and stuff, but I do want to get them defined. Usually I just kind of loosely place in the neck and then move on. But I think if I mean, I talked about doing possible lace. I think that would be nice. I think, I already said, I think of like Victorian ghosts, I think. They have like lace things. So I'm just gonna, I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy, but I do want to kind of work in some more of these highlights. I'm gonna have to go through and do my finishing glow touches too a little bit. I guess we've kind of, I don't know, I've messed up. Her light source, I guess, is kind of coming here. I didn't realize I put that shadow there. It's just like a habit to put a shadow down, I think. So if that's the case, I might have to add a little more light on this side of her face and add maybe like a shadow that goes over here, something like that. I don't want quite that dark of a shadow, so more like that. And then the light under her, I mean the shadow under her lips would be more like that, so we can kind of loosen that up a bit. Let's give her like a thing like that so she looks a little bit more spooky. Spooky's the word I'm gonna go for there. And yeah, so let's see. I hope my OBS does not freak out. I'm gonna save it, which is probably going to make it flicker. I've noticed that's one of the things that makes it flicker. 60%, 65%, 70%. It's so slow at saving. Take a drink while it's doing it. And then I'm going to open, not a new layer. I want to make a new document. And let's see if we can, I'm getting the spinny wheel. I wonder what happens if Photoshop crashes while I'm doing OBS. I can't imagine that would be fun. It's still processing the new layer. Should have gotten this preloaded. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just kind of sit back. I'm going to close my eyes for a minute. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close my eyes for a second, and then when I look at her again, I'll see all the flaws that I need to fix. And go. I pushed down on my eyes. Why did I do that? Oh, new document sign's blocking her. I don't know. I'll see all the flaws later. It's really hard to see them like in the minute. Let's go to inches. You guys can't see what's popped up, so y'all just think I'm crazy. Inches 1 by 1 by 300. Create. And then I don't know if this will show. The new window probably will show. Sorry I have to go. I'll check out the video. Oh, well, hope you have a wonderful day. And enjoy your day. Perfectly said. I'm a genius at speaking. Who doubted it? Not me. Okay, so I want to do some kind of lace pattern. So I'm waiting. There's a delay. I feel like there's a longer delay than usual for some reason on my live stream. So in a second, if I'm right, it'll switch over. Okay, I just saw it do it. Switch over to the square. And this is because I'm going to make a pattern, a lace pattern. So let's make this like a grayish background color, and we'll make a lace pattern. So let's make it sort of diamond-ish shaped. I'm gonna make this in white, and I'm gonna make my opacity 100%, and my hardness almost 100. There we go. So yeah, let's make like a diamondish shape. I think I saw this on a tutorial, like a picture tutorial. So yeah, so we'll have it like this, sort of diamond, and let's clean this up a bit. I'm being very messy. I guess this is more of an egg shape than a diamond, but it's okay. We'll call it an egg diamond. Okay, and then we'll fill this in. Yeah, I saw this on a tutorial, and I should have written down the name because it was a genius idea. So this is not my technique. I'm trying this technique out for the first time. It's someone else's technique. I want to disclose that, but I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just stealing it. Yeah, so we'll have this a little bit more shaped like this. And then I want, it's like 100% hardness. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, I think you just draw like a pattern. Yeah, like a complex pattern. So maybe we'll draw like some dots down here. It'll make sense in a minute, unless I mess it up. And then these dots, no, I don't think they will. Let's make, I gotta come up with a lace pattern. These are when you look up references, and I'll just try them. Right now, it's looking very Frosty the Snowman. Let's do like petals around him instead. Yeah, I like that much better. So let's get rid of this. Oops. Pick the color up. There we go. Pick the color up. Thank you very much. And then we're gonna erase them. Erase, 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 erase. That looks nice. Except there's just one down here that I'm not crazy about. I want to fix it like that. And should I do the same? No. Maybe like here. I want this to be complicated, but I don't know how lace patterns work. This is just painful to watch, I'm sure. I just need to erase the pattern let's just keep making circles, teardrop circles that go like this. This looks like a face now. That's okay. Let's go, let's erase it like in this way. Does this look like lace to anyone? No. Maybe we could make like a cross shape by putting like diamond like things in that go like this and then like this and like this, but that's awfully close to my circle, so maybe I'll have to do it a little bit different, like maybe just like this and like this. Is this making sense? I should point out that I'm a terrible lace artist. I saw like a tutorial and it looked really easy. I was like, I could do that. I could do that, and I believed in myself. And now I'm doubting. That's not symmetrical. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna keep going because if I spin forever on it, I'm just gonna start powering through this, because if I spin forever on it, it's never gonna look right anyways. So we'll do a few little dots around here. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. It's gonna be, it's just for fun. That's how I justify it. Okay. We'll do the same down here with this one, where we put some like erased patterns like that. And I really should have just done this ahead of time. Why didn't I do this ahead of time? I don't know. Planning is not my forte. I don't like that. Let's do like some more dots, I guess. Dots. Let's just start doing dots. Dots and triangles. We'll do a triangle here. Do a triangle over here. Try to make it somewhat symmetrical, even though I've already messed that up. Let's do an inverse triangle over here. That's the worst inverse triangle ever. I'm gonna redo it. I'll do this for 1 more minute, and then I'll move on no matter what it looks like. That's what we'll use. Because I know this is probably very boring to watch. You know what I should have looked up was butterfly wings. I bet they would make a great lace pattern, because as I've just learned, making lace off the top of your head is very, very difficult. That's okay though. We learn things every day. Like lace patterns are hard. And Fleur Elise, I put that, I transcribed, is that the word? Transcribe that into iTunes so that I can mess around with it, so you get like a, you know, the sheet music for it. It's in the public domain, and you write it into GarageBand, and it is impossible. First of all, it's in 3/8 time zone. Nope. What is the word? Time. It's in 3/8 time, which is really difficult to figure out. So I put it in, and I was just gonna put like organs or whatever, and I could not figure it out. It was very difficult. I was very, very dumb for thinking that I could just do that. Did I say 1 minute? I think it's been a minute, hasn't it? Okay, let me just get some more of this white. Basically, my goal now is just to reduce the white. No matter what it looks like, no matter how silly it is, I want to reduce the white to make it look more like lace. Okay. Okay. I'll just keep adding a few lines. Does that look lacy to anyone? I have a few more dots here. Why not? I should have done more triangles. I didn't do enough triangles. We do like little tiny triangles here. Next time I will look up lace designs. I will never take for granted how difficult lace is to just freehand draw off the top of your head. Especially when you just I feel a little time pressured, even though I know there's no set time for when these end. I don't know what else to do. Let's just draw some more. Let's go ahead and put some triangles in. I felt like there weren't enough triangles. Let's put them in. Put one there, and Yeah, we just need, let's make this more of a oval shape. I need a little bit of white there though, so I don't lose that line. And we'll make this a little bit more of a oval shape. I guess I did some dots down here, so I could do some around here. All right, let's just fill the rest in with dots to get the rest of the lace. This will not be like the best lace layer ever. I have learned my lesson about preparing. And a few more dots. Dots, just not even worry about them being symmetrical. Just throw them in so you can see less white. Okay, I guess that's good enough. So now I'm gonna Command C, Command V. I guess I'll make this a little bit bigger. Flip horizontally, nope, flip vertically. That's what I'm looking for. Or maybe I am looking for horizontally. I mean, the other way. Okay, so let's just paste a bunch of these. And I'm gonna move them. Did I paste one? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna move them around. It's just gonna be like a repeating lace pattern. And right now, they look very like white, but I'm gonna actually transform them. Nope, change the opacity. That's the word I'm looking for. My brain is stuttering. Does your brain ever stutter? Everyone's brain stutters sometimes, I think. I went to shrink that up so they're more or less on one layer. Put a few more over here. We will be blending these in, but right now I'm just trying it out. I'm just trying out the lace look here. So let's transform this one over and see how it looks like it was wrapped around a little bit. And I know these will need to look tighter around her, and I will do that with the transform tool later. But for now, we're just trying it out. We're just trying it out, see if we even like it. Maybe, maybe we don't. Maybe it looks silly. Maybe it's a waste of time. I think so. Then the idea will be that I turn the opacity down to like that, and you can kind of see the lace. But let's keep going before I do that. I'm gonna flip this one vertical and put it down like that, and then start pasting them vertically or flipped upside down. We'll do it like that. I'm gonna try to fit it in where all these like dips or between the other wedges are. So we'll do it like that, like this, and then like this. Does this look like lace? The tutorial I saw looked, I think it went a little bit better. That's okay. Let's move this one over. Oops, didn't mean to move it that far over. So it's touching, this one should go here. And then this one should go, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Let's move it out. We're gonna do a little cheat so it stretches between them. We can move this one out too. So it stretches like that and like that. And then we'll paste over here. We'll see here. Move that like that. And then we'll move it down. It probably does not. I don't even know. Like, I know that YouTube's videos get very confused by patterns like this. So it's very possible that this is just looking like noise on the screen. I don't know. I'm not giving up. I'm trying this, man. I'm not giving up yet. So we'll have it like that. And we'll have, I gotta merge these before I get too many layers going at once. And then we'll have this one, this will probably be the last one over here. And I'm gonna really warp it in like that. And then down a bit and over like that. And then this one probably needs to be, I picked the wrong one. Okay, oops, nope, don't want to do that. Okay, we got that. This one over here probably needs to be warped a little bit, so I'm gonna select it, warp it, and then move it like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna paste them. I'm just gonna flip them back vertical. It's fun to try these things, even if they do end up being like a failure. I think it's fun. I feel a little bit like pressured to get it right though. It's okay. You kind of see the idea of how it's supposed to work if I do it right. Let me just copy this. So now that when I paste it, it'll be in the right order. What is happening? I want to paste it like that. Okay, and then paste this one. And then what I'm going to do afterwards is go in all the gaps and just add probably like little crosshatch looks or something. Hello, white wolves. How are you doing? I'm attempting to figure out how to do lace. It's not too bad so far. And it's definitely not as good as like the little tutorial, picture tutorial I saw. I should have brought it up and left it like up to the side while I was doing this. Why don't I think ahead? Well, hopefully you're having a nice day, white wolf, or white wolves. There's a plural there. I missed the plural. I'm sorry. Those white wolves, those Arctic wolves, they actually look really, really cool. I have to say, I'm very impressed by their look. Does this go out like that? Let's keep merging these layers down as I paste it. So I'll have it like this. I'm going to warp this one up a little bit. And then this one should be warped, so I guess I need to highlight it since I've already, select it. And then I gotta go to the layer. Oops. Okay, warp. And then bring it out, and then bring it up, and then bring it over. Oh, I messed it up right at the last second. I hit my mouse weird there as I was hitting the return key. Yes, so far I'm saying that the lace pattern thing probably could have been better. Let's put it, oops, down over here. What have I done here? I'm going to put this over here. And then I'm going to select, let's merge some of these. And then I'm going to select this one and stretch it out. I think it needs to be more stretched. So, like that. And then this one over here could stretch down a little bit too, I think. This just looks strange because we have her, and then we have this very like patterned lace. I'm gonna keep going. Is it crazy to live the dream that I'll get this lace to work? It's possible. I'll keep it on a separate layer no matter what. No matter what I end up doing with it. Yeah, so we want to warp it a little bit in these areas where it's conforming around her shoulders. So let's get that down like that. And I'm going to flip horizontal over here. Do the same over here. We're going to do this here, and then we'll do one up here where we warp it. Like this. I also like the Arctic foxes. They might be called Finnick Arctic foxes or something. Those little guys are cute, or guys and girls. Let's merge some more. What do you guys think? I know it's probably, let me look at the video, and that's just very noisy looking. I'll probably do like a little bit of a blur because it is such a hard white. What I'm going to do now is take my brush. Let me see here. I want white. Yeah. I'm going to go on a new layer. And I'm just gonna kind of hatch these all together. So like this. Everyone's gotten so quiet. I wonder if, I'm gonna listen for a second. I wonder if that buzzing has stopped. I don't understand why you're putting all those things. Oh, they're supposed to be like lace. Let me see here. So if I feather it, let me see, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I guess blurring it is what I'm talking about instead of feathering it. So if I blur it a bit like this is in theory, I don't know if I can get this to work, and then do it like that, it looks a little bit like lace maybe? I don't know. That's the dream. So, and then I'll take the liquify tool and try to conform it more to her body. That was the goal. Anyways, I don't know if it's working out. Let me see. Okay, I just unmuted. I put my headphones on and unmuted. It sounds like the buzzing from the machines running has stopped. It's actually supposed to snow here tonight, which I think is why everyone's freaking out. I don't know if I've ever said, but I live off the grid, which means like when it snows, or no, what? I got distracted. Sorry. So I live off the grid, which means that we live off of battery power, basically, solar energy, so it collects in the day, but when it snows, there's no energy. So sometimes you have to run like a generator or something to make up for it. Does this look like lace? Does this look terrible? You guys can be honest. If you think it's terrible and I should give up the dream of the lace, I will. This needed one more thing over here. Let's add it in like that. I think I can just leave it like that. There's some probably over here too. This one over here, and then this one down here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's yeah, let's get this. I think I just merged that layer when I wasn't supposed to. That doesn't matter. Just kind of draw some hatches in for in between these lace lines, just to fill it so it looks more full, more like lace. I don't know if it actually looks more like lace. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the liquify tool to conform it onto her skin, and we'll see how bad it looks. If I should just hide it and pretend that I didn't spend 20 minutes on fail lace. Let me see. Okay, now we're gonna do I'm trying to look at it because it won't show me the bottom layer. Okay, that's wonderful. I can't see it at all because it's white. I'm just gonna try to pinch it up at the neck area, and I'll move it down a little bit there, and then move it down in these areas. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about? Let's take a look here. I think that helps. I'm going to do one more round where I pinch in the very side ones a bit. Let's see if that goes over the neck too much. I think that works. Okay, so then I'm going to turn that down. Actually, we could go to, let's merge it. I mean, let's duplicate it. I'll go make one overlay. See how it looks there. Let's turn the opacity back up when I overlay it. I think that looks okay, and then I could have a layer under here to help it. And I'm going to give each of these a little bit of a blur. So blur, Gaussian blur. Maybe I'll just do the top one as a blur. I think that looks, I don't know. What do you guys think? Bad lace, good lace, terrible lace? You guys can be honest with me. Yay on the lace or nay on the lace? We'll leave it for now. Maybe we'll change it later. Oops. I want to add a little bit of shadowing on it, and that might help a little bit. So let's just kind of work on this. I don't know. Do you like it? I'm kind of on the fence about it. Well, I need to have a little bit of shadow here. I don't know. I'll think about it. And then I want to take my eraser, make it softer, and make it a little bigger. And then there's like a little bit of outside here that I want to erase that goes off her shoulders. It looks a little strange. Okay, well, there's her lace. I don't know. One last thing I guess I could try with the lace is putting more of a white under here. Like it's, there's like an actual structure here. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. I could even put it up around there. That's just the collar that's, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna move on to finishing up her eyes because I kind of left them in limbo on her lips, and then I'll go back and see if I like that lace or not. One thing I need to do, I know what's gonna help, is if I take there's two ways I could do this. I could try the lazy way. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. And that's that one. So this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I want. I'm going to duplicate this one. Is this normal? Opacity 0. What? Why is this opacity 0? It literally is opacity 0. Let me see what happens when I... Okay. I think that was the one I was going to put behind it, and I must have just turned it down so much that you don't even see it. So let's... can I get this to... Nope, I'm going to have to go individually. Okay, let's pop all these layers back up on the screen. Okay, where's that one? This one was opacity 0. I guess it does look better without it. What is this one? Okay, that's that one. I'm going to actually still duplicate it, and then I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to make it like a shadow by... I don't want to move it too much. Is this like the cheapest way to do shadows or what? And then I filter it. So I copied it, I made it black, and then I'm going to blur it a little bit. Okay, so that's without the shadow, that's with shadow. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Maybe we will move it over even more. So you can see it a bit better if I make it like this. The problem is if I make it too much, it looks like a little bit noise, but I'm turning it up just so I can see where to place it, and then I am going to blur that a little bit more. How much should I blur it? That's probably good. Okay, and then I will turn it back down, and then maybe I will have this on just to help reinforce that original one, and I can blur it too since it's such a hard line. This just a little bit. Okay, I don't know if I'm making this better or worse. There she is. Okay, back to the eyes. I'm going to get very confused if I have all these though, so I'm going to group this as the lace layer. And then I guess I can label it, even though I don't think I'm going to forget that that's the weird lace layer. And then back to the eyes. So let's... I think if we add the more detail to the face, it'll help with that like strangely textured lace. Or maybe I need to give up on the lace dream. Okay, so color dodge. I know, back to the eyes, and then I immediately think, well, let's add some highlights to the skin. So let's do this. I want to give her, let's turn my hardness onto 0. I want to give her like a glow, so I'll probably go kind of green with this and just really start pushing some of these shadows. The nose should be a little more highlighty. I said shadows, but I meant highlights. And a little bit like here, a little bit on her chin, a little bit over here on her face. And then we'll go up to the hair. Let's give her some highlighty looks over here on the hair, where it's catching over here in the light maybe. And give her, oops, what am I doing? Give her a little bit of that like shiny look by going up and down and then going over a little bit. Something like that. I think I might have, oops, what's going on? My brush is freaking out. Okay, there it is. I think I might have messed this up a bit. So let's fix it. What happened was I had an adjustment on that layer. The adjustment layer, as I call it, even though it wasn't an adjustment layer. So she's got like a weird ring here. Except I'm on color dodge, so let's make it normal before I try to fix it. And then I'll pick these up and then I'll just blend that back in so you can't see that very strange little line there. There we go. And still can see it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now I want her lips. Give her lips a little bit more color here, here, here. And maybe a little bit at the top here. I still think her lips might be a little bit too small, but maybe not. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts? Are the lips too small? We should have a poll. Do, 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 do. Okay, something like that. I'm gonna bring the shadow in a little bit. What am I opacity on? 6? No wonder I'm having so many problems marking down anything. Nothing's gonna show up at 6. And then bring this in a little bit, give her cheek a little more shape, and bring this one down a little bit. Okay. And then while I'm here doing shadows, I might as well do the shadow of her hair. Give her hair a little bit of weight on her face. Okay, now we'll do the eyes that I said I'd do 5 minutes ago. I get to it. It just takes some time. So I'm going to add a little bit of outline, I guess is the word. Check on something. I just want to make sure my OBS is still running. Okay, so I'm going to go to pure black, give her a nice bold upper eye look. Eyeline, I guess, even though it's that makes you think of makeup. And then let's do a nice bold one down here too. So I am going to give her some makeup in a bit. Like that. A little bit of one less, committed to that ultimate dark color. On the inside here where you can see the inner lid coming down. I think I've gone too far with this, so we'll do a little bit of a height repair. And then we want a little bit of a highlight here and here in the lids so you can see them. And then let's give her, I'm going to go to color dodge. And I'm going to maybe just like blow the color up a bit here. Give her a little bit more of a glow. We're giving her yellow eyes. I know they look kind of green. So I'm going to add those in a little bit. They're going to be glowing. I'm on color dodge, so that's why this is working. Okay, hold on. Normal. Thank you very much. And then we go and put these in like this. I want like a full pigment look. And then I still want an outline. You always give your eyes like an outline, so I'll give them a dark yellow outline. And I think that'll look good. Okay, now here is the thing. Do we want her to have pupils, or do we want her just to have normal, non-glowing, non-pupil eyes? Let's try it with pupils first. I think the pupils will look really spooky. But maybe it'll make it look too spooky. Maybe that'll give her too much of like an animal eye. I don't know. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? I'm gonna try it with the pupil. It'll be easy. I can just mark over it with yellow at like 100% later if I don't like it. I think it looks pretty spooky. It's just let's go to an overlay. Turn my hardness back down and work on some like lines around the pupil. Right now it kind of looks like tiger eyes. I don't know, like I think tiger eyes actually have I can't think of the word. Let's give her some highlighted looks too. This is just kind of going in with this brush is probably a little too big for this detail work, but I'm just still kind of deciding on them. And then let's go to color dodge and then do this. Okay, so we'll do this and then eventually we'll go to overlay and add like a glow like that. Does that look worse with the pupils? I actually do not like the pupils. So I think what I am gonna do, let's see how far back I can go with this. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take away the pupils. You should have warned me. No. Okay, normal. Take this and just get rid of these. There we go. It's like they never existed. I definitely think they look better without the pupils. I was just going to give it a try. Yeah, so we'll give her the glowiness instead. And what I'll probably do is give her kind of a darker yellow in there to give her something more to glow out. So it'll be, you know, dark and then they'll have like a ring of lighter and then dark again. So let's finish detailing her eyelids first. I mean her, just her eyes in general. Yeah, and I'll turn my hardness back down. And we'll get some like nice little finishing touch highlight areas here. Turn my hardness all the way down and here, and I do kind of want like a highlight up there. I think the highlights above the eyebrows always look kind of nice. And let's go to overlay white and get these whites of her eyes a little bit more pronounced. And while I'm here with overlay, I'm going to give her a little bit of detail work down here. Give the nose something, and then the lips, which I'm still not 100% happy with, give them some detail. Like that. I always get so distracted, never finish what I'm doing. A little bit here. Okay. And then we'll go back to normal. And let's add those eyelashes in, because those do a lot, I think, with ladies and men who want eyelashes. So yeah, look at these going, shape them in like this, and give her a nice spooky eyelash. Everything's spooky. We don't want to draw individual lines. We want to draw them kind of like in a triangular way. They're grouped together without, yeah. And then we'll do a few down here too. These are definitely more triangular. I'll get these going here, down here too. Give her a few over here. And then I'm going to take overlay, because I was going to give her sort of raccoon eyes. So I'm just going to go smudge that on, and I've lost my highlight. I don't want to lose that actually, so I'll go back and take that back. Yeah, give her those raccoon eyes. Go down a little bit further like that and like that. And we'll give them some up here too. Okay, what do we think? Does that look good with the raccoon eyes? That look extra spooky? I think it looks good. We've lost all the detail of the lashes, but you could go in, let's go with normal. Actually, let's stay with overlay. I try it with overlay first. You could go in and add a few highlights. Nah, that doesn't look good with overlay. Go back to normal and add a few highlights in here like this, and that'll actually help you see the individual lashes. We won't lose them that way. If you lose the detail, you can fake it. So see, they're a little bit more visible now. Yeah, I think we've come a long way. The lace, I don't know about the lace. I'll leave it for the video. When I archive it, I'll decide. Without the lace now, it's gonna look funny. So I will have to, I'll have to think about it. The problem is my style has always been kind of softer rather than detailed. Some of it's like the lazy, unrefined look. So when you put something like lace, which has a bunch of hard lines on it, it kind of clashes. So I might have to think about like how I could fix that. Okay, so let's take this color dodge. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit, and let's work on getting her eyes glowing. So we're gonna glow them like that. That's gonna look pretty good. Then we're gonna go to overlay, make my brush really big, and we're gonna put it over here so it catches on the skin. We could actually put a few down here, like just the tip of her nose is catching a little bit. Maybe the bottom of her cheeks there are catching a little. Like her own eyes are causing like a glow on her skin, if that makes sense. Yeah, so we'll get that going a little bit more there. And then we'll go back to color dodge and we'll give it, let's see. What if let's try something. Over the hair layer, I'm gonna make a color dodge preference. I don't know. It never really works as well when you make it a layer filter. What about just white? Nah, I don't like that. Okay, so I'm just thinking. Let's do something for the background. Oh, hi, Yuli Toys. I'm sorry. The chat's been so quiet, I've been forget to check it. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Is it nice weekend? I was talking about how it was colder earlier. I always talk about the weather. I need to come up with a list of things to talk about for my next one. Let me see here. Like that. I'm just trying to come up with a background. I think it's a little bluey, but maybe that'll work. Maybe I can make, I'm on color dodge. Let's make a normal. Oh, it's night for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's global world, isn't it? Well, I hope you're having a good night or you had a good day. Yeah, let's see. I want like a hazy effect. Maybe I should put it, let's make a, is it called a dodge? I don't know. I'm making a lot of layers that I'm not labeling. I'm sure I'll hate that later. So when you do like a burn maybe around the edges, where you make it like so it's like blacker in the corners. I'm gonna try this out. I'm on 6 opacity. Let's turn it up a little bit more, make this process a little bit faster. So that kind of gives it like an aged look. My Photoshop's freaking out a little bit. I think I probably should have restarted it before starting this because it only has like so much memory and then it starts acting funny. And then between that and the, I'm going to call this dodge. I think that's like a photo term. Oops, I wrote Doge. That's okay. I forgot the second D. And then what if we add, oh, I don't want it on the dodge layer. Like a fog, but I don't know. What about overlay? I do this trick a lot. Let's make an overlay layer and we'll take our, is that on that? Yeah. And we could have it like that, or we could dedicate a color to it, maybe like a purple, like a very light purple pink color. That looks pretty cool. And then that adds a little bit more interest. And what about green from the bottom? I do this as my cheat. Everyone's probably sick of that. Green from the bottom looks nice, I think. And then red, let's make it a nice cherry red maybe from the side. Is that too much? I think that's too much. Let's do it from the one with the purple already on it. It's a little too bright, so let's turn it down. Yeah, that looks good. What one from the very top? Let's try yellow. I think I have a feeling this is gonna go bad. Yeah, I don't like the yellow. maybe something more like a blue. And then it'll come down like that. And so we still have this dodge. We might want to enforce it like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I don't know. Needs a little more detailing work maybe. I really want her lips to look better, but I need to redo them probably. Let's just make them a little bigger. I know I've already done this once. So feather 15. Hello, Power Surge. Are you having a good day or night or whatever? Yeah, make them a little bit bigger. And I think her mouth is really disappearing. So what I might do is put those eyes are really spooky. Yep, she's a spooky, spooky ghost. I had the Renzi, I think, was had the idea to make them yellow so they'd be extra creepy. Okay, so what was I doing? I was going to overlay, and I'm gonna give her lips a little bit more brightness because they really do kind of just, they're getting lost a bit here. So at least on the side where the highlights will be, we'll give that brightness. I think that's better. It feels weird not having a highlight layer for the like eyes and all the little things. I'm going to see what it looks like if I do add a little bit of a highlight. Yeah, I don't think it does much for it. What about if I give the lips a little bit more of a highlight over here? Just something to pop, and maybe the nose could have like a very specific little bit of a highlight there. Except I think I made that a little bit too blunt with the brush size. So I'll make it a little bit smaller like this, and just add some little details, maybe like her ears catching a little bit there, and over here. And then maybe I'll do one more pass with the color dodge to get with just the white. You get a few last little highlight moments here. One down on her chin, a little bit on her neck down here, a little bit on her shoulder over here. See through the lace. And yeah, I think that's I think that's about it. I'll probably work a little bit on this again in the future. Sometimes it's good to like take a break and come back to it and see all your the things you didn't like about it, how to fix them more. But for now, I think that's pretty good. I think I'm just about ready to call it done. I'm gonna duplicate this layer and give it a little bit of a glow over here, so it's like catching a little more. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, yeah, I guess that is that then. Maybe a little bit, oh, I don't want to do this on the hair. Maybe just one last little thing, get a little bit here, because when I look at it and I see that there's a lot of highlight at the top and nothing really to balance it down there. So we'll give that little bit there. I'm going to try one more thing with the lace before I go, because I made it white, but considering it's such a, where is it, this one, spooky color, what happens if I make it black? Oh, I like that better. What do you think? Do you think it looks better as black? Where's that white that I did? This is what happens when you have too many layers. This, I guess this one. So we'd make that black then too. Yeah, I think I do like it better as black. Oh, is my thing? It's stuttering out. Has my live stream gone? I hope not. It says it's still going on my little thing over here. Well, I don't know if my thing has frozen. Right now it's got like a little circle thing going for me. I don't know. I don't know if that means it just stuttered out. But anyways, I'm gonna call that good for now, I think. I think, I don't know, it's taken a minute to catch up. So in case it was missed, I changed the lace to black instead of white. So I guess for the sake of those who are watching this, I will give it a minute to change. Okay, I can see now on the live stream it's turned black. So I think that's what I'm going to go with for the final Spooky Ghost Girl. I don't know what you think. If you guys enjoyed this or if you think it looks silly or whatever. But I did have fun drawing it, so thank you everyone who came by. Thanks for stopping by and chatting with me. I really, really hope next week I can have like a Discord or something up where people could call in and chat, and we could talk about fun Halloween topics. I might like look up fun Halloween things for them to read off or something. I don't know. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is, and a wonderful weekend. And thank you everyone for joining me. And I will see you next week about the same time. So have a wonderful day. Take care and bye-bye.